All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Rook Exodus issue number 1 from Image Ghost Machine by Geoff Johns, Jason Fabok, Brett Anderson, and Rob Lee. I have this book in my possession for a very long time, and I hadn't a chance to read it because I have so many books. Now I have. This is a wraparound cover by Jason Fabok, and it looks awesome. Just awesome. So, and when I read this, I said, dude, this is good. Spoiler, this is good. So without further ado, let's dive in. So this is a little bit of a recap, I believe. You can pause the video if you want to know more. And then we start to this Kepler system, planet F. So the whole thing is that this planet has been colonized, by Earthlings. And it's been on the brink of extinction, I guess. Because there is a world engine because of the terraforming, and the world engine is broken offline somehow. We don't know how or why. And, so everything that they have terraformed is reverting back to our original state, like forest disappearing, water is disappearing, and, people dying left and right. So they try to escape. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work because, well, they are not really trained pilots, and probably the most of the pilots are already gone. And, for one ship that makes it, a lot of them don't make it, and they are, exploding ships, falling down. And, and it seems that they are making perfect, how do you say, they are, let's say scavengers are very happy with that, but it seems that not everyone can go off planet somehow. And enter our hero, not sure if he's a hero, but our main protagonist, Rook. And he says that that this crash site could be his salvation. And he was a farmer on Earth, right? He's now a scavenger. And right off the bat, Jason Fabok's art, wow, it's so good. I believe I really enjoyed his style. I talked, like in the last issue about house style, years ago, Marvel and DC had house style. And I'm very happy that it's still continuing with, all the other older creators like Evan Rice, Gary Frank, that all going to Image Skybound or Image Ghost Machine imprint and to show their work. And I'm very happy with that. And so he's going with his Mad Max mobile or Batmobile, right? And he is also in contact with all these crows, because that is one of his, it's not really a power, it's because of his helmet. And there's a lot of chatter from those birds. So he sees this guy, and he's one of the weathermen, he says, and the weatherman really didn't like, the Wardens. He's a Warden, by the way. And metal sticks out of his abdomen like a pair of scissors cutting through wrapping paper. I can save him, but I can at least help him die without pain. But this guy says, no, I don't want it. And then he grabs something, and he says, don't let them burn. And he says, dude, I got some medication. It helped with the pain, but then he dies. My mind is connected to the birds, pushing their thoughts, controlling their actions, but as weak as their brains are, sometimes they claw their way back inside mine. And he says, stay away from him. The scientists who built these helmets called it instinct influence. They said at most it was an occasional annoyance, that it wasn't dangerous. They said that about everything on Exodus. And then he turns around. Oh no, it's a giant bear. Oh, he's really big, by the way. So it seems that with the world engine offline, the animals grow exponentially. Could be because of what's in the water, or maybe, because of, other reasons like, the planet engine offline, genetic mutations and all that stuff. So he attacks, Rook attacks then the bear, sorry. And but the bear's way too strong, right? And then he establishes connection with the crows. And the crows attack the bear. But you know, the bear is just swatting it away until they go for the eye, and then the bear backs off. The birds can smell the death. Connected to them, so can I. They need to eat. He says, I bury the pilot and go search for lunch. The birds' hearts beat faster. A primitive thrill surges through them. A nasty hunger. A sense of survival only for themselves. And then he goes to the city. It's called New Mason. And it's been advertised for, population with 800,000. But now it's only 1. And again, look at this stunning, stunning art. Incredible. Wow. And this is basically his means of escape. He's building a rocket ship to get out of this planet, right? And he says, in less than a month, it will be 0. I need a break from the birds. So he takes off his helmet. But the only thing really clears them out of my head. Liquor. So he's also dependent on alcohol. So he goes through these buildings and they have all these bird themed, like the sparrow, bluebird, the eagle, right? So he's going through all these buildings to search for food and, things to survive. And then he also using, paint to paint all these rooms, because he has been there before, and if everything is rated, he doesn't need to go there anymore. Pretty smart. And liquor. And then he's gonna watch a movie, and then he's gonna think. So he opens up and he sees the photo of this man that died. Was he talking about the photo, or is his family still here? Did they already go back? Did they ever come in the first place? I'll never know. And it stays with me. Now, I wonder if this is continuing into the other, number 2 or number 3, and we'll see. I put the envelope back in the rocket. I'll eat. I try to clear my head. The birds are getting louder. I need relief, but it's fleeting. 3 days ago, there was water here. I'm getting hungry. They be hungry soon too. The only loyalty they have is to the helmet, but even that doesn't stop them from starting to circle. That's not a good thing. And then he's, looking for his friends, because he's not the only warden here, right? And then he's getting attacked by boars, I guess, and they're all eating the fish. And there's a guy who says, hey, sorry about that, Rook. And they haven't eaten today. What happened to you this week? You look like one of my pigs threw you up. So this is swine, all right? I had to find the paths of my own, he says. You didn't have a problem doing that without me before. It was easy when I started the rocket. I needed everything. Can you get it off my ride? Pumbaa, get down. Pumbaa? Is that from The Lion King? I don't know. I don't watch it. Sorry, the hunger's overriding my commands. Haven't been able to restrain them as well as usual when it comes to feeding time. Helmet's being glitchy. Let me reboot it again. All right, so connection established, and they are backing off. He says there's something wrong with the neural network. It's not our helmet, Swine, it's the planet. The world's engine failed, tech is going offline, everything's dying. But Swine says, nah, there's something wrong, there's something else. So Rook says, we only have a few months left before everything dies, weeks maybe. No more wandering off for supplies. I'm not leaving Exodus, Rook. Yes, you are. I'm not deserting my drift. They're animals. No, they're more than that. They won't leave my side. The moment our helmets go offline, those things will either run away or turn you and tear you apart. It's only a matter of time. So, it says, have you spoken to any of the other wardens about these glitches? Direwolf. So I believe Direwolf is this girl, wolf, has a wolf helmet, I presume. And he says, no, we have to focus on recovering the parts we need. Tomorrow, okay? So basically he's saying, hey, why not stay and have we have a fun time. But he's pressing on. You'll die here if we stay here, swine. Give it a rest, okay? We sniff out the parts, some fuel packs, and then you have your rocket, our rocket. Go back to Earth for what? What's even there, Rook? A chance. And so he says, well, let me think about it. So they're having a drink, and then Rook come back drunk, and he's say that was stupid because he needs to fix his ship, right? His rocket. But then he makes a mistake. He falls down, and he remembers that he can't fly. And then he is unconscious, and he's drifting back to Earth in 2148 in Bloomington, Illinois. So basically, we see when he was younger, he's on a farm, right? And he's seeing the crows, and then he sees ships leaving Earth. And he says, Dad! So Dad is watching the television, and the news says it's some bad news. Rioting, earthquakes, flooding, disease, fights, right? And then this commercial start about, say, hey, are you afraid about tomorrow? We can start over on better worlds. What does it all mean, Dad? It says it means that everyone who can leave is leaving. But we're not running away. 15 years later, the whole thing is burning down. Rook is now become a man instead of a boy. And then your father set the fire, says this, I think, insurance guy. I'm not insured. My father would never have done this deliberately. This farm's been our family generations. Not so much a farm anymore, though it will make an optimal port. You get a pretty penny from Better World if you accept this deal. Besides, you were barely growing anything on this land as it was. From the right commission, no one needs to know this was arson. It wasn't arson. My dad would never give up. Whether that's true or not, if I was in your position, I'd take Better World offer, jump to the top of the relocation line while you're at it. This may have been your father's dying gift to you. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. So, okay, ships are leaving, and he is, going on board, and there's this announcers say, welcome to Better World, Chicago Port. Please have your tickets and identification ready. Your new world is waiting for you. All your worries are behind now. Well, thank you for choosing Better World. All right, so they are going this interstellar trip, leaving Earth behind, and it takes about 30 months and 8 days and 16 hours and 2 minutes before they reach their new planet. All right, your new career with Better World will provide everything. As employees of Better World, you will enjoy all the benefits of Planet Exodus: clean water, clean air, optimal climate, and a beauty like Earth's, only better. I still think I'm a big fan of sci-fi. I always dream to go off planet in spaceships, colonizing other worlds. I still think I should have born way, way much later. But, that's all a dream. Who knows what happened in the near future? Nobody knows. Anyway, as Wardens in training, you will learn firsthand of the breakthrough in the nature engineering Better World has made. Our patent neural network has given us complete control. Every animal on Exodus will work for you, and you work for us. All right. Now, who's hungry? It says. Well, then he wakes up, and he says, we need to go. Swine, you're awake. We're leaving, not next week, not tomorrow, today. Swine. But then he comes there at the place, and something's wrong. Everything's broken, and he sees the swines being teared up by something. So he's looking for Swine, and Swine is, fleeing, and he says, move, Pumba, move. So all this, boars fleeing, but then he says, this ain't my day, is it? So he turns around, just like Rook's, a couple of pages ago. Oh no, it's all these giant bears eating all the Pumbas. Poor swines. They're dead or will be dead. He's shooting back, but these bears are way, way too powerful. And he's reaching for his gun. Don't try to move. Your spine's been broken. Uh-oh. and your skull crushed. Next, the power of Urson. So he's controlling the bears. Is he dead? We're gonna find out in the next issue, guys. Damn, this is so ultra cool. Look at this outfit, man. he's ginormous. He has also that Gears of War kind of weapon, right? Maybe I've said this before, but I really like what Image is doing with the Ghost Machine imprint. And, oh, by the way, there's also some bio. So pause the video if you want to read that. And, and also, you know, the other imprints, you know, like Red Coat. I still need to have Red Coat, by the way. I heard it's good. Hyde Street is a new one. Rockefeller's not sure, but Hyde Street just came out. So I want to take a look at that because, you know, Ivan Rice is the artist. So I hope it's good. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.